Hello, my lovely students. Welcome back to another video of your English online sessions. I'm Mr. Osama, and today we have the story Dan Tries to Help Chapter 5. But before we begin, let's start up with the vocab. A plate is a flat dish, okay? Flat dish, we maybe put rice in it, we maybe put bread on it, okay? Here's an example. I washed the plates. Saucer. A dish having a circular indentation in the center on which a cup is placed. So this is a saucer, okay? We use it to put cups in it. Maybe a cup of tea, maybe a cup of juice, maybe any kind of drinks, okay? So the drink wouldn't fall on the table. Here's an example. Put the cup in its saucer. Pile, which also called heap. So when you stack something up on top of each other, it's called a pile. Here's an example. Teenagers often have a pile of dirty clothes on their bedroom floors. Here's sink. So we can find a sink in the kitchen or in the bathroom. Here's an example. Just put the dirty dishes in the sink and I will clean them later. Bowl is a deep brown dish. Okay, so a bowl is curved like this, so it could contain the soup or any kind of form of liquid. Okay, we put maybe corn flakes on it or something. Example: we filled a bowl with popcorn before the movie. Grab. Grab means to hold someone firmly. Okay, like in the picture. Take a hold of. It doesn't have to be someone, it could be something. Like he grabbed my hand or he grabbed the can of Pepsi or something like that. Wobble. To move unsteadily from side to side. So when something is unstable and about to fall, we call it wobbling. Okay? Here's an example. The dishes wobbled. Here's some rereading questions for you. Do you think the piles of clean dishes look safe? I want you to picture a pile of clean dishes on top of each other. Does that look safe? No, it doesn't, because it's about to fall. Where do you think Dan is? Do you remember where Dan was in chapter 4? The last time we saw him, he was trying to help where, yes, that's correct, he was in the kitchen. Let's go with the story. I want you to open your storybook on page 25. Chapter titled The Big Sneeze. You know what sneeze means. It's when someone is sneezing, which means Hachoo. That's a sneeze. Okay? In the kitchen, there were piles of dirty plates, dishes, cups, and saucers. Dan filled the sink with hot water. He stood on a box to reach into the sink. You know, because Dan is short, he can't reach the sink, so he have to stand up on something to reach it. Okay? Now be careful, said the chef, and Dan was careful. He did not use too much washing up liquid. You know, the washing up liquid, like the one in this picture here, we use it to clean the dishes with. It's the one that makes the bubbles. All right? As fast as he washed the dishes, no. Okay, now be careful. And then was careful. He did not use too much washing up liquid. He did not drop anything. He put the clean dishes in a neat piles. Okay, neat means like in a good looking piles. Carefully. As fast as he washed the dishes, more dirty ones came from the restaurant. Dan washed and washed. The piles of clean dishes got taller and taller, so he kept stacking them up until it got very tall, and you can see there is no space to put more clean dishes. Let's open page 26. Oh dear, said Dan, there is no space left for the clean dishes. What shall I do? Jane and the chef came to look. The piles of dishes were very high. They did not look very safe. The chef tried to take some dishes off one of the piles, but it nearly fell over. Oh no. Let me try. Be careful, the chef cried. as Dan grabbed the saucer on the top of the one pile. So he was trying to stabilize the pile, but he grabbed the saucer, and the saucer has indentation in it, like something when you touch it, there's something like it's not stable. Okay, the pile wobbled. Okay, the pile starts shaking and is about to fall. Stop, Jane said. Dan stopped, then his nose began to tickle. Oh, his nose is itching, like he wants to sneeze. Oh no, he said, I think I'm gonna sneeze. No, said Jane, don't sneeze. Hold your nose, cried the chef. But it was too late. Let's see what happens. Then have a great loud sneeze. Achoo! The piles of plates, saucers, and bowl wobbled dangerously. Achoo! The piles of plates, saucers, and bowls began to fall. Achoo! Third time, the plates, saucers, and bowls crashed to the floor and smashed into pieces. Crash, crash, crash! Oh no. What a noise! What a mess! Jane put her hands over her ears because the noise was too loud. The chef jumped up and down, then closed his eyes and did not want to look at the mess he did. Oh no. Dan heard the noise and came rushing into the kitchen. The last plate cracked. Oh no. See, everything is smashed now. The last saucer broke, the last bowl crashed, then everything was quiet. Everybody looked at the broken dishes. Then everybody looked at Dan. Dan opened his eyes. Oh no, said Dad. What have you done now, Dan? I was being very careful, said Dan. Then I sneezed. I couldn't help it. Dad did not look pleased. He was not very happy. I'm sorry, Dan said to the chef. Can I help you clear up the mess? The chef shook his head. No, thank you. Thank you, I don't need your help this time. Yeah, every time Dan tries to help, he makes a big mess. Dad told Dan to go back to his office. A few minutes later, Dad came in with their lunch. Dan looked at his meal. It was a beef burger and chips. No spaghetti? Said Dan, disappointed. Remember, in chapter 4, Dan was looking forward. No, it was in chapter 2 actually. Dan was looking forward to eat spaghetti with meatballs because it was his favorite meal. Dad smiled and shook his head. I don't want spaghetti and meatballs all over my office. He said, now, eat up. He didn't trust Dan that he wouldn't make his office clean and mess up everything. Yeah, I would agree. So here's chapter 6. So now let's revise what we learned today. We learned that the sneeze of Dan ruined everything and broke every plate in the kitchen, and he made another big mess like every time. And they went back to the office with his dad to eat up their lunch. Okay, what I want you to do is your booklet homework from page 117 to 118. Okay, I want you to revise and study this lesson very carefully and prepare for the chapter 6. You can reread chapter 6, so it would make it easier for you when I try to explain it. Okay, I hope I hope you enjoy the lesson. I hope everything is fine, and see you in the next video.